Halo Infinite is in a really good place at the moment. 343 have really been cranking out the content and updates, and the difference is night and day compared to the frankly anorexic offerings that we had at launch. We have plenty of playlists now, wee bit of something for everyone, and the introduction of Forge, we now have around 60 maps on offer to us in multiplayer, and pretty soon we will be getting Firefight. But Infinite still has a problem with content, and its problem is game modes, or lack of. Forge has helped us give a lot of maps in a short amount of time, which is great, but since launch we've only had around 5 game modes be added, some of which are playlist specific, such as Infection and Husky Raid. There are still a bunch of classic Halo game modes that are just missing, such as VIP, all the bomb game modes such as One Bomb, Neutral Bomb and Multi-Bomb, Griff Ball, Invasion, Rocket Race, Ricochet, Juggernaut and a whole bunch more. And a few of the game modes that they do have in the game are just straight up not fun at all to play, like I really don't like them. For example, the so-called new version of King of the Hill does not capture the spirit of the game type whatsoever for me. King of the Hill is a time accumulation based game mode, not a defend the zone until capture game mode. Similar I know, but ultimately very different. Classic King of the Hill had hills spawn in a random sequence of predetermined areas and they would stay there for a short specific amount of time. You and your teammates simply had to stand in these hills uncontested for the longest time to accumulate enough points to win. Simple. This new version is similar, except now you have to stand in the hill for a specific amount of time until your team captures it fully. The team that captures the most hills win. And these hills will not move until they are captured. So if one of these hills is in just a grenade spam hell, it's just not going to be a fun time and it's going to be torture to try and capture. So the old tactics of fuck it, we'll make up time in the next hill can't really be done anymore, because the score is based off of overall captures, not overall time. This isn't King of the Hill anymore, this is just a watered down territories and I don't like it. And with the introduction of Extraction into the mix, we now have 2 game modes that are virtually the same. Scrap this new inferior version of King of the Hill and bring back the classic version that we all know and love. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Thankfully, the 4v4 playlists are okay when it comes to having what I think are bad game modes, as overall majority of the game modes are pretty good. But Big Team Battle has a whole bunch of them. Strongholds I've always had a problem with, even back in Halo 5. It's essentially domination, 3 points on the map, capture them and hold them for as long as possible to accumulate points to win. Simple, except in Halo's version, Strongholds, you only start getting points if you hold at least 2 capture points, which I just find dumb. I've never liked this, but it's not the worst game mode. It's okay once you get used to that, but it's still pretty annoying. Stockpile is just a joke of a game mode. Capture seeds to win, it's just a clusterfuck of a game mode, and people are always finding ways to cheese it. It's just too goofy and just not fun and balanced. Don't like it. Total Control is total shit in my opinion. One of the worst tug of war game types I have played in any game ever. 3 zones spawn on the map and a team needs to capture and hold all 3 of these zones at once to earn 1 point. First team to get to 3 points wins. The game mode requires so much coordination and teamwork, which is extremely rare in Big Team, as hardly any team goes in there as a 12 stack or even an 8 stack, that the game more often than not just devolves into a stalemate. Usually what happens is a team will capture the first set of zones, thereby getting 1 point, and then the rest of the game is just a stalemate, with the team with 1 point winning due to time running out. It's dull, it's hectic, it's just not fun at all, and I've said this since the game mode first came out and I stick by it, it's just not fun. Big Team needs some new game modes, and some need to either be reworked or just retired altogether. I hardly ever play Big Team Battle now, if I'm honest. I now play the Squad Battle playlist to get my Big Team vehicle action fix, as I feel that playlist has better balance, better maps and better game types. Although it could use a few new maps, just saying 343. The game mode I missed the most though is Assault. Assault and all its variants were so much fun. One Bomb, Neutral Bomb, Multi-Bomb, all crazy fun. And I feel that by adding even just these game modes to both the 4v4 playlists and the larger playlist would add a much needed breath of fresh air to the game, even if only for a short moment. But if I'm truly honest, I feel the game needs a massive expansion, sort of a soft relaunch to add a whole slew of new things to the game. But that is a video and a topic for another time, and that is just my thoughts on the state of Halo Infinite's game modes. What do you think? Do you agree? What game modes do you like or hate? What ones do you miss the most? What ones do you see added back? But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.